So, of course, it's going to be the Ryu mirror matchup, as we were talking about. It's Canada Cup Gaming's Air and Korea, Laugh. And since we are in Canada, Calgary, Alberta, Canada, you can hear the crowd. So the Canadians all rooting for Canada, and from what I can hear, the Americans sound like they're going for Korea here. Of course, Laugh, if you recall, Laugh lived in the U.S. for a long time.
That's correct. I think U.S. just is trying to troll everyone.
I think that's mostly what it is.
Yeah.
So CCG Air on the left. Oh, nice focus dash through. Oh,
Nice
man.
sweep. Yeah, Air with a pretty decent lead right now.
Yeah, this is a matchup that's very interesting for mirror matchups, because typically in mirror matchups, the way that the characters are designed kind of removes some of the options that they both have in the mirror matchup.
Right.
And it becomes kind of a one-dimensional thing. But here, both characters have all their options available. They're both still very interested in footsies and excellent mix-ups and great defense. Ryu are an all-around character.
It's actually interesting because it's kind of an indication of how well designed of a character Ryu is.
Yes.
He is. I always say that you cannot use Ryu unless you are a super smart player. There's a reason why the best Ryus are Vi, Daigo, John Choi, and the like, and Ryan Hart and those kind of players,
Yeah.
right? Because you cannot use them unless you are so good at reading your opponent. There's no such thing as any sort of, quote, Scorby Ryu out there who gets by on gimmicks. Ryu has no gimmicks.
No, he's a solid character. Oh no, he got...
Oh, wow, but he went for the Hurricane instead.
Super, he's got it! And I'm surprised from Laugh that happened like that. I had to think that he was looking for the cross-up Hurricane kick there, because Air Ryu had to make a huge comeback, and that's how he was going to do it. Oh, nice. Looking for counter hit setups. His Laugh in the brown Ryu.
And you can probably hear it at home, obviously, with being here in Canada. Team Canada, huge home court advantage right now. You can see Laugh playing very patient right now.
Hugely about spacing, space control, battle for footsies. That is the ground a little bit in front of each character. That's where this happens. Ooh, mix-ups here from Air. And there's a gimmick from Ryu.
And don't forget here as well that Team Canada, that Air, he went to Japan and trained for a very long time. And he picked up a lot of skills from out there.
And it's so difficult to feel like you're in control in this matchup, because you know it's just hard. Oh, man!
Nice.
It's such a footsie-heavy matchup, and something like that can happen. If you get your toe touched just like that, you can lose
And now
in the blink of an eye.
here's the tricky part.
Yeah, that super again. Oh, boy.
But see, Air had just built up that super, and I figured that, you know, he was going to be able to win off of. It's very easy to combo into Ryu's super. You just don't see it a lot because Ryu uses a lot of FABC uppercuts and EX fireballs. EX fireball is such an important part of his ground game because they fireballs knock him down, and it comes out faster than normal. It'll even combo at distances off of low forward that the regular fireballs don't. So EX fireball is super important. So Ryu actually doesn't end up with a lot of meter a lot of the time for that super.
Oh no, that's a big miss.
Execution error.
That's a huge executional error there for Ryu, for Air Ryu, excuse me.
Oh,
Kenny,
great frame trap.
Air caught in the corner. The Hurricane's out. He's fine with that. Okay, here he is. And getting towards the corner, he becomes very dangerous.
Oh!
He was looking for a jump, and he was looking for a jump. And what he would have gotten was jump medium punch and juggled it into the ultra. But it's a huge risk that he took, and it didn't pay off. So Kenny Air came into this saying that he was going to OCV Team Korea.
Really?
That's why they put him first. I just heard that he was so confident that he could OCV the entire Team Korea. He didn't make it past the first player.
Oh, man. But yeah, basically whenever people throw the focus attack in front of you and it looks like they're going for the Hail Mary level 3, what happens is that you tend to jump away from it because jumping is actually one of the easiest ways to escape from the focus attack. So you jump back, and so what happens is you focus cancel into a forward dash and jump after them and hit him. Or in the case of like at NCR, you saw Ricky do that to Daigo. He dashed forward into Ultra 2 with Rufus when it worked as an anti-air.
But it's surprising to me that he went for that because that match had been played pretty solidly for the most part. He wasn't going for gimmicks. Gimmicks weren't really hitting or working or even really being tried. And then at the very end, he brought out the craziness.
Right.
It didn't pay off. Yeah.
Oh,
but yeah, you know,
man.
you're right about Ryu players and how rare they are in the fighting game scene. He's a very, very popular casual player's character.
Right.
Lots of casual players like that guy. But once you start playing in tournaments, you understand how difficult he is to play. And so there's this huge space in skill level where there's just almost no Ryus until you get back up to the top.
Right, exactly. And that's why Ken is actually a lot more popular most of the time because he is the more gimmicky Shoto. You can get away with gimmicks.
Right.
You know, and unfortunately, I mean, a lot of players, when they start off in Street Fighter, it is all about gimmicks. You're told stuff like in Third Strike, do 2 universal overheads, then a sweep. You know, because they don't block the second one, then they try to block the third, you know. And it's never really about that. But characters like Ken lend themselves more to those kind of gimmicks. I mean, there's a reason why there's that joke about flowchart Kens out there, you know?
So Rice Ida is going to be put up next here. Rice Ida Blanka.
Yeah, Rice Ida actually, I felt like did the best against Justin when Canada and US played against each other.
If you recall, he beat Flo in the first game. They put him out first, and he beat Flo's Yang.
And then he took Justin out the first round, and Canada felt like they were going to see another upset. And then Justin Wong broke a whole country full of hearts. Listen, you can hear a pin drop in this room
Canada,
right now.
the fans here.
They are so
friends of Rice Ida, fans of Street Fighter. They have all come out here, and they're
so focused right now. And Laugh knows Laugh is not going to be the kind of player who's going to fall for Blanka gimmicks. So Rice Ida has to adjust to this properly and not go for all the little hop shenanigans.
That's what he used against Flo. He beat Flo like that.
But Flo, like we mentioned, you know, and a huge. I mean, you know, I heart Flo, right?
Right.
But
a taunt.
But unfortunately for Flo, he's susceptible to that kind of thing.
Yes, agreed. Oh, the jump is risky. It's the first time he's tried that kind of stuff. He's caught in the corner now. He's really just been getting away with individual hits. And he doesn't have EX meter to escape.
Yeah, it's very important to know
luckily.
that against Blanka, the most important button in your arsenal is most likely going to be jab. Because Blankas make their living off of these crazy hop shenanigans around you.
He spends a bar of EX meter, and now that means if he's caught in the corner, he's going to have a much more difficult time. I don't understand the use of EX meter. Yeah, so Laugh is just waiting to punish something. All Laugh, this is just what he's waiting for. That's what he was waiting for the whole time. And there's only 10 seconds left.
Oh, wow. Laugh going for overheads. Oh, he caught him that time. What has he got?
Oh, he can hang out. He can hang out. He's going to timer scam. Timer scam. Takes the round. He uses what's called timer scam, which is using the Ultra on the startup of it. It's just a cinematic, but it still runs down the clock, and those last 4 seconds lost to the world.
I just heard a Canada fan yell out, "Thanks, Capcom." Laugh with a huge life lead right now. Rice has really got to find a way to get some damage in going right now, or he is not going to come out of this round a victor like the last round.
That was a great jump there by Laugh.
Yeah, get out of the corner.
Well, and also he saw that Rice Ida was focusing on the ground game. No, that's it.
That was interesting. Was that an uppercut gone wrong?
Well, I think on level 1 focus, dash toward, I believe that is a punish, but I think that was level 2.
Oh, gotcha. Right, as long as you're -2, Ryu can hit you because his super
very
at
fast
close
super.
range is 2 frames. One of the only 2-frame supers in the game.
Oh, Ultra! Not going to quite even it up, I don't think, but gets close. Yes. Oh, no, he didn't punish! He did not punish! He could have taken the game and he didn't do it. Well, at least he doesn't seem too upset about it. Look at his face; he's kind of smiling, and that's a good sign that he's not going to get too flustered.
Actually, Ryu's Super might actually be a 3-frame startup. My mistake. Well, it says 1+2. And listen to the audience just cheering his name right now.
That's funny. His name is Ryan. Last name also Ryan. So hard to know.
Yeah, that's
we
true.
just assume they're cheering for Rice-Ida.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Canada's cheering for Laugh.
I would think so.
Yeah. You know, it's come to my never mind.
Rice-Ida has to. So it's such an interesting style that he's getting away with. It's really just so hit and run.
Yeah, that's actually a really good way to describe it. It's a really good way to describe it. Oh no, he wanted the EX Fireball, I'm pretty sure. Came out with the EX Uppercut, and he got him!
No, he didn't get Ultra!
He wasn't charging, so he knew.
Didn't think it was gonna hit, maybe?
I just don't think he was charging for it, so he was like, shoot, I better catch a slide.
He's hit that every time, and that's so risky.
In the qualifiers for this Canada, I was joking.
Oh, this is so hard to escape.
That's not gonna work!
Laugh probably knows how to get out of this. No, he doesn't! He doesn't? Now you can get out of that. Let me say, I'm assuming Ryu can get out of that. Some characters are boned, some characters are dead, but I thought Ryu was one of the characters who can get around it.
Every character can jump over land and hit right away. I don't know what Laugh tried to do when he landed. Wow, interesting stuff, but during the 5-on-5 the qualifiers for Team Canada, when Rice-Ida was beating a whole bunch of people, me and TMN Temp, Cody, were joking that we felt like Rice-Ida got about like 25 to 40% of his total damage the entire tournament off of EX Beast Roll, off the EX Rainbow Roll. He hit so many people with that move.
Now it is really hard to block, and there are actually instances that you can set up where it's one of those unblockable, so-called unblockables, hard to blockables.
Right.
And you can do that. It's very hard to see.
And the interesting thing about it is obviously one of the strategies a lot of people use against it is the focus attack. But so many times that he does it, it ends up being a reversal, but you get armor broken anyway.
Okay, so Laugh goes down to Rice-Ida's Blanka.
And up comes, is that HDY?
No, this is White Doom playing Dudley.
Oh, White Doom playing Dudley, okay, gotcha.
1-1 right now. Oh, button checks. Okay. So he's going to be playing Dudley here against Blanka. I have to say, haven't seen this matchup.
All right. This super extended button checks here.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on here right now.
Yeah, they're just button checking. You know what it is? White Doom is getting coaching from Infiltration right
I didn't
now.
see yeah, you can't see Infiltration on the screen there, but yeah, he's right next to him. They're getting some talks.
And now Rice-Ida's getting up and walking away. Where is he going?
I don't know. Not to the bathroom. He's walking not where the bathroom is, so. Oh, it's some water.
Water. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah, why not? He expects to be up there for an OCV, so hey, might as well get some water, right?
Yep.
That's thinking confidently. Okay, so hopefully we are ready to go. Okay, we're getting back into things finally. It's 1-1 so far. Rice, Ida, Blanka, White Doom. So far, we've lost Air and Laugh.
That's not the two players I would have thought we would have lost so early.
Hey, me neither, man. Me neither.
Nice play from White Doom right there, punching right through the electricity. And Rice Eater just walking right up and getting the throw.
And these are Blanka mix-ups. I mean, they're not terribly damaging each time, but you know, he can get a nice little side-to-side on you. Get some other things in there and keep the pressure up. Oh, but he opts not to. That's what he's been doing for the most part. Once his mix-ups hit, he hangs out. Oh, Blanka right through him. Has him in the corner. Cautious pressure, nothing too serious. He's just playing an annoyance. Oh, look at this. Trolling again from the man who was willing to taunt last game. And he's going to want to kill. He's going to want to kill with a jab, you can tell. No? Okay. There it is.
Good stuff from Rice Eater. Nice counter with that jab machine gun punch.
Has to stay safe against Dudley, who can punish the Blanka ball. Oh, he hops up, gets the throw. Hop into throw or electricity has been it.
Yep.
That's been so much damage. Wow. Who is going crazy in the audience? Filipino champ cannot stop yelling here. There's so much booing going on. I don't know who they're booing, though.
He's trolling White Doom so bad
is it
right
White
now.
Doom he's
Yeah, he is trying.
Are you sure?
Yo, I'm pretty sure. I heard him say, "Get this Dudley off the stage."
Oh, okay.
So
patient. And then he comes in again for that hit and run, and he sees it works and just is not.
Yeah.
Well, not that he can do much to follow up immediately, but he just goes back to playing patiently and has the occasional offense. Wow. Playing so risky again. I mean, I don't even know that that's necessary. It's taking risks that have been paying off, but they don't necessarily have to be paying off. Roll right out of there. Regular parabolic ball. Wow, he's just hanging out. Okay, and he's going to get enough meter. There it is. Oh, he hops forward and gives White Doom a chance.
oh my gosh.
Only 17 seconds. This is such an annoying play. White Doom must be so frustrated.
But you know what? This is how Blankas play. I think who was the Blanka player in Japan? There was a Blanka player in Japan during the vanilla days who tried to time everybody out because he just ran away from everyone. I can't remember the name of him. I think it was.
I felt like he wasn't that kind of player.
Maybe it wasn't Mizutero. I don't remember.
So, up next, is that Jongwoo?
Looks like it. Isn't this a really bad matchup?
Yeah, that's why I'm surprised.
Well, what were their other choices? Oh no, that might be Nyrax.
Oh, is it Nyrax? I don't know.
Yeah, it should be Nyrax because sending Zangief up there would be not a good idea.
Oh, yeah, it's Nyrax. It's Nyrax. Yeah, I see Jongwoo still sitting down. Yeah.
Okay, cool. And here they go coaching again. They're instituting a rule now of 1 minute of coaching between rounds.
1 minute.
Yeah. Honestly, it should be 10 seconds. It should be 10 seconds, and that because I mean honestly, these games need to move on fast. You know what I mean? We need to get things rolling a little bit. So, I mean, it's kind of like when you watch tennis, they're not allowed to coach, right? So that's one of the reasons why, to keep things moving along.
So yeah, it's Nyrax playing Viper against Blanka. And after that, who do they have left? Is it just Jongwoo? Or no, of course, Infiltration is going to be backing things up, as he has been for Korea each time they've played so far.
Yeah, so you got to imagine right now, if Raisino wins again, Infiltration's got to go next. You can't send Jongwoo out there just to get killed by.
Yeah, I mean, it's not as bad a matchup as I think it used to be, but
yeah,
I think it does a little bit better in and out. But still, it's a bad matchup, and
right.
I don't want them to do that.
We're making it sound like it's this horrible 9-1 matchup,
No, it's not.
but it's not. But still, there's just no reason to do that. Right. You know, from a strategic standpoint. All right.
Nice setup. He gives up the guaranteed damage of Thunder Knuckle for the mix-up of Burning Kick, and that gives him the corner as well. Narox. Oh, I hope he doesn't go for the Ultra mix-up. No, don't do that. Ah.
Viper. Ultra. Oh no, overhead.
Wow, he escapes. And he escapes again 2 times.
Can't Viper just wake up Ultra that?
Okay, so here's what that Ultra mix-up is about. You can time it so that it's a cross-up or not, and it's just very hard to tell whether it'll be a cross-up, but it's a bet. It's a bet on the round. If it wins, or if it hits, you win, and if it doesn't hit, you're supposed to lose. Luckily for him, he didn't lose. And it's, it's a big risk that at this stage, at this level of competition, when you're already up 2 games, I don't feel like it's necessary, but he went to it and did all right.
Like I said, I almost feel like Viper should be able to mash out an Ultra.
Every time.
Yeah.
Finally. No, but not
Oh my
Narox.
gosh,
Oh.
Narox dropping things all over the place.
Thrown out of Fierce Thunder Knuckle, which, yep, you can do that. Hope you can hear the crowd there. They are rooting for their guy in Rice Eater here.
Rice Eater actually finished 3rd in the qualifier tournament, but proving right now to be the MVP of this matchup here.
So Canada's MVP so far are a Vega player and a Blanka player?
What is going on here? You know,
Arcade Edition, so balanced.
it feels like a lot of the times that these low-tier characters are just not being used. And I don't feel like a lot of these other players from other countries are actually knowing how to fight these characters. When I talked to Ryan Hart, I asked him, do you have any good Vega players in Europe? And there was Kongster was sitting there, and he was like, there was like this one Vega player that we play against, but he's not very good.
Okay.
You know, I mean, this is the issue here. Is that the nice thing about playing in the States and playing in SoCal and all these areas with a lot of people, you're going to get the Tatsus, you're going to get the Ultra Davids who use Dan and Hakan. You know, you're going to get these kind of players and you will get the experience, and why it's so important to play online as well. That is why players like Wolfcrone will never be caught off guard. Latif is never going to be caught off guard.
Right.
Because he's fighting the whole gamut of characters.
That's true.
I don't know if all these people who only play in the arcade, you know, where the quarter matters all the time, you know, no one's going to go up there and just go, you know what, I'm just going to mess with Vega for a little while.
Right.
You know? It doesn't happen as often as it does around the States area. And I feel like that's kind of rearing its ugly head right now for a lot of these players.
So you're right, they're sending Infiltration up next, and that's the smart play. Their other option is Jongmu, the Zangief player. And again, I don't think that this is so terrible. It's just that, I'm sorry, I don't think that the Zangief match is so terrible, but why bother? Why bother trying to risk that?
Right.
They're going with Infiltration here. And Korea really has to turn things around here, frankly.
It's the battle of the century.
Yeah, I mean, so far, you know, in terms of Dudley and Viper here for Korea, not really holding up their end of things. And so it's up to Infiltration again.
Yeah, like we said, don't send Jongmu up to go and fight against them. Here comes a big punish. Infiltration, I mean, the hardest part about it, to be honest with you, a lot of people are giving these Korean players a lot of flack right now. But you have to admit, Jongmu and HCY and all these Narex and all these players, I'm sorry, HCY is from Singapore, but all these players here, they have never competed in an international tournament. They have never gone to EVO. They probably only played at home in Singapore their whole entire life.
No Ultra. That was a huge miss.
This is probably really nerve-wracking for a lot of these players.
It is, but at the same time, I mean, you know, you're here to do a job. It's to play Street Fighter, and you have to try to prepare as well as you can.
Fair enough, fair enough. All right, here we go, Infiltration.
No, it's safe jump. And that Ultra has way too much sort of. Oh, he did the anti-air one anyway.
Yeah,
So
and it
it's
can
not gonna-
only, the only way it can hit is if you leave the ground or if you stick a move into him.
Right. So there are two versions of that Ultra: the anti-air one and the ground one, and
Right.
both pretty slow on startup.
And literally, if he does the anti-air one, you can actually walk into him. You can push him along the ground, and he can't hit you.
So Infiltration taking the first round here. Okay, trying to jump in, but Rice to Ryan had the anti-air. Trying to keep Infiltration caged in the corner. Look at this patient here. Yes! So patient.
Unfortunately, no more meter now. Oh, wow, caught him.
And he tried that again the third time. This time it worked out for him.
Oh!
Okay.
What a read! He was baiting that from the beginning. Oh, there it is, that EX rainbow roll catching him by surprise again.
And Raicida is going to have to abandon the hit and run strategy that he used against the other players. It's just not working here against Infiltration.
Oh my gosh.
And he is putting the offense on. That's what he's got to do. Oh, he might have been able to let that go. Just didn't want to take the risk. Oh, he should be.
No. Oh.
Wow, not punished there by Infiltration. Surprising. Ooh.
Oh! Great counter crouch, held it for just a little too long.
Okay, so Infiltration, as he has so far, definitely the MVP for Team Korea. And here's the other team MVP so far for Canada, Jamie Jozier.
You see that? So the audience, they're all giving a Rice Eater a round of applause. Infiltration turned around and started applauding too.
Nice. So Jozier, man, who almost by himself eliminated Europe 1. He won 4 matches and then won a round and almost defeated that entire team by himself. So this is the other person on Team Canada who's had such an excellent weekend in the team tournament. It's Vega against Takuma.
A lot of people are actually rooting for Infiltration here. Infiltration turning on and acknowledging the fans out there.
Oh, it's button checks.
Yeah, it's a button check here.
And Infiltration, he was doing the coaching earlier. Looks like now Laugh is the one doing the coaching. Down there, you can see a Laugh's blue shirt. Still talking stuff over. Oh, and Jozier, nice guy. Jamie, getting the handshake first.
Nice.
So currently Canada's up 3-2. Defeating Infiltration here would be amazing for Jozier because that means it's just Jungmu. Well, not just Jungmu, but only one player left.
The Infiltration is no joke. I mean, this guy is so dangerous. There's a reason why he got, I think it was 5th or 4th at EVO in 2010. Such a solid player.
Oh, great job by Jamie so far. No, wow, and what if that was supposed to be Demon Flip?
I'm pretty sure it was, yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
again.
Nice. Oh, nice.
Trying to get out.
Great counter poke there, and great awareness from Infiltration, just waiting for that.
And yeah, the U.S. contingent is definitely cheering for Korea.
Nice trade there for Jozier. You can clearly see he wins that trade.
Oh, he's
Oh,
trying to
wow.
follow him up. Okay, Jozier trying to get in there, but he has not really been able to chase down Infiltration all the way. He's been chasing him across the screen. Hasn't gotten close all that much.
Oh, another great trade.
Wow, waking up with jab Dragon Punch here. Room has gone essentially silent here, waiting to see how Jozier can do. He's been trying to use crouching medium kick, Infiltration, to get under the claw dive. Hasn't really been working.
And here comes Jozier, showing how strong of a player he is, how good he is. Oh, great
option
option
select.
select.
Hold on. Hold on, let's see.
Vortex time.
Okay, gets away.
But he has no claw.
Oh, that's
He's trying
not,
to get to it.
Not that big a deal. All he needs is one hit either way.
Yeah. Watch out. Oh, here we go. You know he was option selecting.
Oh, it worked.
He was option selecting some sort of Raging Demon when Josier got up just then. I heard a bunch of button presses.
Oh, and that was Chip. I thought that was a hit. And just to say, hey, I can hit you with this, Josier comes out with the punch dive EX again.
I've seen him start a couple of rounds with that, especially on round 3. A lot of times on the 3rd round, players want to get that lead super early, so they go for some crazy opening gambit. Doesn't always pay off, but for Josier it did. But now here comes
he doesn't expect it. He doesn't. Finally, he believes there will be a crossover.
Right. And there's certain characters, if you stay crouching, you can actually just escape
In time,
it.
yes.
Wow, actually did a pretty decent amount of damage this time.
Oh, he hit him again. 3rd time. Infiltration keeps going for the same counter.
Oh, no.
Okay. Josier goes down, and it's now 3-3.
Yeah, if you think that Akuma's actually going to go for the Hurricane cross-up, a lot of characters can actually just stay crouching and it's going to miss. It usually hits standing characters, and that way, if you stay crouching, you can punish him pretty badly.
Big risk.
It is a big risk, because if he decides to do jump roundhouse or jump forward, you are eating huge damage.
So who's coming up next here for Canada? It looks like Chyi. That is who it's going to be. So
yep.
Chyi is left and Snafu, the Dawson player, are both left. And I think that they're trying to save Snafu for Zangief.
Oh, good call. Good call. Good call.
That Dawson versus Zangief matchup has become definitely a win for Sim. And so what they're going to try to do here, ideally for Canada, what they're going to do is for Chyi to just run the table. But if he wins against Infiltration and then were to lose, they would have what they expect will be a good matchup in Snafu Dawson versus Jongmu, the Zangief player. If instead Infiltration were to win here, they would have Dawson against Akuma, which is not great.
No, not at all.
That's a win for Akuma. So they're hoping, really hoping, that Chyi will be able to take this one here.
Destination confirmed.
Yeah, so again, Korea saving Jongmu for the last, not necessarily because they want him to be anchor, but just because of the matchup concerns. There was a Blanka out at the time, and they would rather have had Akuma instead of Zangief.
Oh, Chyi got the dive kick in there, but hit a little high. Wasn't able to combo when he landed. So he was worried that Infiltration was going to counter with an uppercut. So after he landed, he didn't do anything. Smart play.
Okay,
that time was keeping up.
Oh, teleport escape.
The teleport. Right now, Chyi playing a really good footsies game, but here comes the rush down from Infiltration in the mix-ups. Infiltration has the best vortex, I think, out of all Akuma players that I've seen. Only Akuma player I think that can compete with him in vortex is Shady K.
So Chyi has the corner now, big life advantage. Ooh, no Dragon Punch there. He's content to just let Infiltration get away. I mean, Chyi's dealt a lot of damage. Ooh, just in mid-screen anyway, so I don't think corner has been that big a problem, or that big a deal. Infiltration backing up, trying to get to a range where he can set up his offense, because that's what he's going to need. He can't just play defense here at this point. He's way too down on life for that.
Nice.
And so Canada's plan of sending out Chyi to deal with the Akuma.
Right, because I mean, the
Looking
thing
all
about Zangief is actually pretty decent against Yang. So if he defeats Infiltration, there is a good chance that Jongmu can take it from there.
A lot of damage here. Oh, he didn't get the little reset.
Yeah, he wanted the low short juggle into the fake palm. Sets up a perfect timing for resets.
And he just gets out of there.
Yeah, smart play from Infiltration there, getting out of the corner. Oh, empty jump.
Not quite dead.
Overhand. Oh no, okay.
And
There's
again,
that.
hard to see which side he's going to end up on.
Yeah, you're going to have to start watching for that. When you see the jump short, stay blocking in the same direction. The reason why the trick actually works is that the jump short causes such short block stun.
Right.
And so it's not a true block string, so you actually do have to guess which side.
That's right, and it also sets up a counter hit set up with the low jab right afterward.
Right, if it was a jumping forward and it actually was a true block string, it doesn't matter. You don't have to guess which way to block.
Nice damage there for Chyi. Oh, and he reads the teleport, and already 55% life lost for Infiltration. He gets hit again. This is going to be a lot. Getting close to stun, getting close to death. Oh! There it is. Canada takes down Infiltration. And the only character left is Jungwoo Zangief.
Canada staying alive.
So Canada's plan has been put into action. They wanted Yang against Akuma. Now Zangief coming in is going to have a decent matchup against Yang. But Canada's plan, again, to have Dalsum against Zangief just in case.
Yeah, Jungwoo has to get past a Yang and then a Dalsum of all characters. It's going to be a lot of work for him.
It is. And not that I think Zangief wins this matchup. It's just that he does better against Yang than most other characters do.
Yeah, agreed.
So Jungwoo, the last member of his team, if he loses this, Korea is out of the tournament. Again, loser's side, Canada and Korea.
Right.
And so it's all up to Jungwoo. That's it.
Yeah, whoever wins this is actually going to go up to face Japan 1.
Yes.
Japan 1, who just 5-0'd Europe 1.
Wow.
So that is a scary team. What a reward.
That's right, yeah. Well, hey, that's this team tournament. It was designed to be the strongest team tournament, 5v5 exhibition of Street Fighter that has ever been, and it's starting to live up to that now. In the first rounds, there were a lot of 5-1s and 5-2s, but since then, it's gotten closer. And Jungwoo, okay, now he has to beat Chyi, Yang, he's got to beat Snafu, Dalsum, and he's been, he's shown that he's a really good Zangief player. He has excellent reads, he's patient, he knows the spacing on his normals and spinning pile driver extremely well.
Yeah, apparently Jungwoo actually prides himself on the mind games that he has. And right now, I've always said to fight Zangief, you really need a great normal button that hits diagonally right there where Yang's standing roundhouse does.
Standing roundhouse, he's got the nice dragon punch, anti-air against Zangief. Oh, goes for the instant overhead.
Ouch. And see, this is what I mean. It's such a good space controller there. That's actually why originally a lot of people thought Bison beat Zangief is because of the stand roundhouse.
Oh, you know what? I like the idea
of
looking for his opponent to jump. You can't jump, hold up, and also block crouching short.
Oh!
Canada is 1 round away from knocking Korea out of this tournament and moving on to face Japan 1.
Yeah, and early on when the first tiers came out for this game, people said that Zangief was really good against the twins. But we always say that by the end of life of a game, it never stays that way.
Players figured out how to play against Zangief, but here comes Jungwoo. He has a huge life advantage, and now you see one of the strengths of Zangief is that his defense can be really strong. It's hard for him to get in some matchups, but it's also easy for him to keep some characters out. Oh, great job.
That was so far.
Convince Chyi to stay still.
I mean, there's a lot of characters that when they throw fireballs, Zangief, even with this kind of a life lead, has to still keep approaching. But if they don't have fireballs, you really have no reason to go anywhere at them.
And I like him not doing pile driver, not doing lariat. All he did is backdash. He's content to hang out. There it is, the stand strong. Jungwoo not dead yet.
Look at that look on Jungwoo's face right now. So hard to guess what he's thinking. It's probably 1,000 thoughts crossing his mind right now.
And he's been playing a much more ground-based game. In the first one, he tried to jump a couple times, and Chyi was consistent with his uppercuts. Since then, Jungwoo has been convinced to stay on the ground.
All right, slight life lead now for Chyi, so he is going to force Jungwoo to move forward.
Yeah, and there are a couple jumps in there.
Yeah, he kind of has no choice now.
Well, it's a common thing that players, once they start focusing too much on the ground game, they forget about the anti-air game.
Nice. Oh, wow, and he FADC'd it. Was scared it was going to get blocked. Didn't react to it. Just FADC'd right away. So he has a slight life lead now. So you can see his gameplay changed drastically. Now he's being very defensive with those jabs. But now Chyi with a life lead.
That's a risk right there. Oh, Vortex! And he's going to hold off there. That's enough for him. He's going to make Jungwoo come to him. Jungwoo slow with the patient approach here. This is match point for Canada. Oh, boy! What a read for Chyi, and that's all for Korea. They are gone. Woo! Wow.
That was awesome. all I have to say about that. That was awesome.